It's getting out of hand at this point. In this economy, y'all need to stop telling people to save $400 to $600 a week. That's insane. I have a good, crisp little $5 to put in saving, but that's all I got. Because what?
You know, I wonder, is that before or after you ran it up? You know, people tell me this all the time, Orlando, I don't have the money, the way my account is set up. And I'm like, well, you just spent $100,000 in credit card debt. And now you're coming around talking about, I ain't got no money now. Well, of course you don't. You just spent $100,000. Well, I don't know if you guys heard, McDonald's is lowering their prices. They're bringing back the McValue meals. That's right. They said, you know what? You guys have been so good to us.
Huh?
We want to give you guys a treat. We want to give you a treat. And the treat is that you will be able to come in to our store and now buy things cheaper because we love you guys. That's what the corporation said. Now, we're going to get into it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, you know I have a newsletter. You know what I'm about to say. It's free. How can you beat it? You can't. Also, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys. Listen, McDonald's came out and said, you know what? The economy is going in a direction where we think we're not going to make money. Say what? And you know what? The only way that we can get people to buy more of our products when they don't have the money is to drop prices.
What do? You get another brilliant idea.
But they're not saying it that way, guys. They're saying it's customer appreciation. They're saying that they heard you guys, that you guys said, we want the McValue meal back. But if I can remember, you guys were saying this even when times were good, when the economy was just doing great. How come McDonald's didn't bring back the value meal then, if they were listening?
That's a great question, and one I don't know.
Let me just clear up the confusion. They don't care. They really don't care about you guys. See, the reason why they're giving you a McValue meal now is because they're losing money.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
When they knew that people could pay it, they actually raised the prices.
Come on now, dawg.
Sounds familiar. Who would do things like this? I don't know. I can't put my finger on why a corporation would only care about itself. I don't know. I just can't think to myself and think, somebody said this. Somebody said that corporations only will look out for themselves. Corporations only care about them. They don't even know who you are. Listen, you don't have to believe me. Let's jump straight to the footage.
Yeah, well, extra value meals are back. It's, I think, a great day at McDonald's. And for us, we've been on sort of a value journey over the last year. We last year launched in the summer the $5 meal deal, which was a great success. Later, then we launched a buy one, add one for $1. All of that was under McValue. We also continue to have a lot of activity on our app. So if you're using the McDonald's app, there's great offers there. But the reality is that if you weren't using the app and you didn't buy McValue, where did you find value on the menu? And that was about 50% of the transactions were consumers who weren't using the app.
Let me go ahead and translate, guys. Let me go ahead and translate this, what the CEO was saying. The CEO is basically saying we could no longer make money off of people who just use the app. So that we could, see that they went to McDonald's every other morning and then push coupons to them and then sell their data. We could not only make money off of those individuals, not in this economic climate. So we had to figure out ways to make more money. That's what he's saying. That's the translation, but let's continue.
And weren't buying McValue. And so credit to our franchisees for recognizing we had a gap there where we needed to really come in with a strong message. And that's what we're doing here with this extra value meal. It's going to be all your McDonald's favorites, and it's going to be predictable. So you're going to know every single day when you come in that you can get McDonald's extra value meals at a great deal.
Now, that that last portion of it, he says, we spoke to our owners who own McDonald's all over the world, all over the United States, and they told us that we're missing this component, that other 50%. But what really happened is they saw that they were losing money. And they saw that more people, using the data that they could find, they saw more people were buying value meals. And they thought to themselves, we're losing money, but the data shows more people are buying value meals. How about we make it available to everybody? And then we'll make more money.
Now that's a bright idea.
But let me tell you this, guys. Let me explain this to you. While we all know, and we should all know, that these companies only care about one thing, and that one thing is selling more of whatever they're offering. Let it be a service, let it be a product, it doesn't matter. Sell more, make more money. That's the point. But I need you guys to look at the opposite side of this. Why is a corporation that cares all about money, why are they switching, moving around, trying to figure out what to do in this economy if the economy's so great? Pow. Why is it that McDonald's is offering value meals that they make less money in, and they're doing a volume play? A volume play. They're hoping to sell more meals at a cheaper price rather than to sell a small amount of meals at a higher price.
Wait, what?
Why is it that McDonald's is moving around, but then on the other side, everybody's saying the economy's great? Could it be, if you don't believe me, could it be that the economy isn't good? Could it be that things are going to get rougher in the future? Could it be that the things that you're seeing with your own eyes are true?
I'm holding my phone up because, my phone holder just broke amongst everything else. In the wise words of the prophet George Carlin, it's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Meanwhile, I'm out here. I'm not asleep. I am wide awake. I am paying $6 for McCormick chicken dust today. Chicken dust, chicken seasoning is $6 for a tiny little jar. Eggs, $10 damn a dozen. Folgers coffee. Folgers coffee is now $20 for the lidded red jar, the tin that tastes like it was scraped out of a nursing home's drip pot in 1986. And then Trump's over here like, the economy's great. It's great. Really? That's why people are financing their groceries on Klarna like it's a Louis Vuitton bag. That's why we're out here afterpaying for bananas. By the way, I've lost my voice if you can't tell, just, from being sick and from crashing out this week over groceries. It's not the American dream. It is the American gaslight. And we're all just out here seasoning our ramen with bad debt that we can't pay.
See, this is unfortunate because one of the things that I've been trying to do is to make sure that people got ahead of this. To make sure that individuals didn't end up in situations where they're trying to struggle because you say, I didn't even know this is going to happen. Come on, man! I've been trying to forewarn and say, hey, look. I know these guys are telling you that everything is great, but you do see what's happening here, right? And people will say, Orlando, what are you talking about, man? You're crazy. What the stuff that you're saying, it's never going to happen. Those homes that you're talking about that are going to go down, that they're going to quote unquote crash, decline, price value drop, whatever you want to call it, never going to happen.
Sure.
Inventory is going to go down. Inventory is going to be non-existent, which is going to put pressure on the price because there won't be any homes to buy.
I'm smart.
Remember, that's what they told you. They told you that you better go all in on Airbnb. You better go all in on some other program that you learned from a 19-year-old. I know, they told you this. They told you, get ready to YOLO.
YOLO!
And look, guys, here's the truth. Some of you might be cooked. Some of you have ran up so much debt. You've ran up $100,000, $200,000 worth of debt, and you're only bringing in $2,000 a month. And you say, Orlando, how am I going to pay that off? How am I going to pay off the $200,000 in credit card debt, but I'm only making $2,000 a month? I would say, you lived your life. You lived your life with that $200,000 that you spent. You YOLO'd it. You literally YOLO'd it. And here's my thing. Only question I have. How was it? Was it great? You only live once, and there's your once. And you thought that you didn't need to budget. You thought that you could buy expensive cars and didn't have to pay for them. You thought that you could go on vacation knowing you couldn't afford it, but you said these people are giving away free credit. Free credit that they're telling me I will have to pay back. That I'll have to pay back, but I won't have to pay back this year. I'll worry about it then.
You crazy?
And I'm here to tell you, then is now. I don't want anyone to go through hard times, but accountability is a thing. And hopefully, in that section of accountability, you come out on the other end stronger.
How bad is the U.S. economy right now? Because what I do for work has been a struggle for about 2.5 months. Literally, it seems like nobody wants to buy anything, and people don't want to finance anything. But I also pay attention to everything else. Gas hasn't really gone down. Groceries are skyrocketing. The price of other goods like clothing and have skyrocketed. So it makes sense. People do not want to spend money because they're scared, they're nervous. And I don't blame them.
And this gentleman, he's a car salesman. And he's saying people are not buying these big purchases anymore. People are deciding, you know what? I don't really need a car right now. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy a $2,000, $3,000 car and call it a day. You know what? You know what? You know what? And he's saying it's hard out here, especially if that's your job of selling cars and you make a commission off of that. And I'm here to tell you guys, this is what you should be doing. You should be thinking through every big purchase of your life and think to yourself, do I really need this? Do I really need to buy a car right now? Maybe I should pay off my debt first. Maybe instead of going on that Cancun trip, maybe I need to pay off this credit card. Instead of buying DoorDash, maybe I should pay my debt off. Do you get the pattern? The pattern is pay off debt.
Fact.
This is key information. What if I told you that you don't need to make more money? You just need to get rid of your debt.
What?
Did you hear what I just said? You don't need to make more money. You need to get rid of your debt. A lot of you guys are saying, Orlando, I just need to make some additional money. And the reason why you want to make the additional money is you want to keep the current debt that you currently have, and you still want to use the extra money to play around.
Oh, come on!
Now make that make sense. You want to make extra money so that you can continue paying the minimum payments on your debt, but you can also play around. Isn't that how you got here in the first place? But listen, listen. You ain't got to listen to me.
Y'all, I'm parked in front of Dollar Tree because I'm about to go in there and get some essentials. But before that, I honestly just had like the only crash out because I had stopped to get gas, right? And I'm really in a place in my life where I'm really budgeting my finances because I just don't got it like that. I'm in a real crunch, survival, financial rut. And I know it's not forever, but this is just the chapter I'm in. And as much as I try to be positive sometimes, like it's really hard. It's really hard to be in a financial like survival mode when you don't know what your next move is. You don't know where your next resource is coming from because it makes you hypervigilant. And like when you're hypervigilant, like you can't relax, your brain can't shut off and you can't stop worrying. And that shit just drains all your energy. Like having to worry all the time drains drains your energy. And I understand that, like, people are like, oh, pray, pray, pray. And don't get me wrong, I pray. But when I'm about to take a and I don't know when the next slice of paper toilet is coming from, like, you know, that's real life 3D shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's a really difficult place to be in.
The reason why I show you videos like this is, why would anyone want to be in this particular lady's situation? I'm not even saying this is this lady's situation, but how many people have I seen in this situation and it's caused by them? How many people in this situation that I'm hearing this young lady say have I seen and they have put themselves there? Again, for what I previously said, you've YOLO'd, you've lived, you've partied, you've went to Cancun, you've bought that Hellcat, you're living in a luxury apartment, and you know you can't afford it.
Who does that?
Now, while this is sad, it's important for you guys to see this so you don't end up in this situation. When I tell you guys, save, have an emergency savings account, it's for times like this. When I say you need to be cautious because of your job and look at them and go, something ain't right here. I just saw one of my best friends get laid off. And they're telling me everything's okay. They're telling us that we're losing money and we'll be fine. I'm telling you guys this so that you're prepared. I don't want you to be one of these individuals that saw that McDonald's just put out new value meals. They're going back to the value meals. And a lot of people started clapping. Oh, I don't want you to be one of those individuals. That tells me that you want to stay in debt. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You can't even afford the place you live. You can't afford the debt that you have. And you are still willing to go buy a value meal from McDonald's.
Wow.
You're excited that they dropped it down from $8 to $6. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go there today. Pick up me a $6 meal, saving me $2. But you can't pay rent. At the end of the day, guys, listen, the point that I made for this video is I just think it's funny that corporations will continue to do what they do best, which is look out for themselves. And then when it comes to their customers or individuals who even work there, all have some sense of loyalty to a corporation. And they believe when the CEO comes out and says, listen, we heard you guys. We're going to give you value that you've been asking for. So we're going to go ahead and release those value meals. I just want to make this perfectly clear that they don't care about you. In this economy, if you follow the breadcrumbs, you will see corporations doing these little things to show you where we're headed. And we are headed off of a cliff, guys. The prices cannot continue like this with the wages the way they are. But that's a total different video. If you guys like videos like this, please join the Patreon. We do exclusive videos over there. And as always, you won't get all of your information off of this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.